All right, I'm going to round out the practice games with Spider-Woman versus Rhino, and the Spider-Woman deck is Aggression Justice. Um, one of the first things we want to do with this deck is make sure that we have our resource generator. So we have Deft Focus and then her two resource generators in our kit, which means we want to dig. So Ironheart is probably useful, gives us a blocker, and then Ironheart, assuming we play anything that has aspect, will allow us to also clear break in and take in. So I think on the flip side, we could do Wasp, which guarantees we get that, but doesn't dig one deeper. No, sorry, I think we keep Ironheart. Sorry for being confusing. Okay, so we keep Ironheart and replenish 4 cards here. And we got a starting hand. None of these are what we want. First turn. So she has no alter ego ability, we just flip immediately. Here we get Ironheart and then clear the area, which would trigger Turn the Tide. It's not bad. So if we Ironheart with energy, that gets us 1 Ironheart. Oh, sweet, we got Def Focus. I put 2 Def Focus in the deck to just try to faux Psi. Just to try to make sure we get it early. Okay, well, I'm not going to want to clear the area, so I'll use 1 to pay for the other. Throw that in the discard pile. So that goes, I trigger another one. Oh, amazing. So I could do double Turn the Tide. My aspect card count this turn is 1. So I could do double Turn the Tide and bring out Deft Focus. I'm going to do double Turn the Tide and Deft Focus. All right, so now I've got 1 resource generator. Really like to find a second, but that's pretty good. And a blocker. That's a decent first turn. Ironheart's going to block. Like I said, I have 2 Deft Focus, so obviously that last second one is going to do nothing. Okay. You're stunned, deal a damage. So at this point in the game, when Rhino only has 3 attack, there is, I don't know, like a 60 to 70% chance that Hulk can take 4 damage and then take 3 damage, or then take, so sorry, that Hulk can be used to double block. So that's amazing. I'm going to be able to trigger self-propelled glide with that focus, right? So that's that. Hulk is two of those things. Clear the area will replenish itself, so I guess let's clear the area first. So if I do want to get Hulk, I can't also get the contaminant immunity. So let's clear the stunned. Let's self-propelled glide. Let's Hulk. That is, I've played a yellow and a red this turn, so I have +2. And attack for 3. Hulk we're going to leave for blocking. So what do we have here? Turn the tide. Inconspicuous will be easy to trigger. Turn the tide. Venomous blast. Right, so depending on what shows up, I might actually be able to go to second stage, which would be very early. Okay, Hulk's going to block. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That paid off. And it is counter turn. Villain and each minion attacks you. Okay. So she has +3. I'm actually going to block because I'm going to take very little damage. Right, so base 3, I have 3, including my stat buffs. So it's 4, so I take 1 damage. Right, so turn 3. So I could Venomous Blast, bring out Cosmo. I'm going to bring out Cosmo first. Yeah, I think let's flip them. So bring out Cosmo. Trigger Cosmo. When Cosmo attacks or thwarts, name a card type, then discard the top card of the deck. Actually, the further we get into the deck, the more we know what's here. So I think we discard the top card. So we'll say a Treachery. Oh, sweet. Getting Sandman out of there is awesome. That is worth being wrong for. I will, I guess, keep Turn the Tide for next turn. So Venomous Blast. For Deft Focus and Inconspicuous. Right. Is there a bigger chance? Let me think about if I want. So what? I've already seen 2 of my clear the. I've seen all 3 of my clear the areas. Okay, so actually I probably need the threat solution more than I need Turn the Tide. That's fine. So back up to 5. Right, of course I would get Inconspicuous. And finally I get my Finesse. And I just did those. So we will Cosmo on the off chance that I might actually want to attack with Hulk for any reason. Since him discarding himself doesn't matter when he only has 1 health. And attacks gain piercing. Okay, so this is one that is really can be worth clearing. Probably the only attachment I would say in the whole deck is because piercing means I can't put tough on, and I have in Spider-Woman's kit something that gives me tough. Not at the moment, but I have that. Okay. So at this point in the game and where things are, do I even bother with inconspicuous? I guess depends what else I could do with my hand. Sorry, I meant finesse. So finesse is a condition. That's interesting. I never noticed that. So I have no superpowers. So actually I get no benefit from Def Focus this turn. So I could do a 3 and a 2, going out Spider-Girl, and just keep on going. I mean, I'm so close. I think we just keep the board under control and just keep pushing. Right? So I bring out Spider-Girl for 2. Inconspicuous for 1. There's the slightest chance that if Rhino were to get advance and the 3-star thing, I would have lost, right? So let's not do that. That's 2 aspect cards, so I'm at 2 this turn. So that clears tough. I attack for 3. And we're done. Alright. Spider-Girl will block. Villain attacks me. Hulk will block. Oh, I forgot to... Maybe Hulk won't block. Let me look at my hand here. So that's 5. Might have to wait one more turn to finish this off. Yeah, Hulk will block. Sweet. Okay, that is an extremely important card out of there, because that's the only 3-star in the deck. So that makes all the calculations a lot easier. Turn 5. So I could end it with 9 health if I want. No, sorry. I don't think I can end it. I take it back. Right. Venomous Blast would be 5. Piercing Strike would be 3. So that's 8. 9, 10 with my hero power. So that's not going to happen. So what do I do? I think of Pheromones and Flip. Do a Venomous Blast. And then I can finish it off next turn. So Pheromones is a superpower, so I can use Def Focus. So get rid of those. Oh, I need to get rid of those Pheromones. Pheromones is Stun and Confuse. And then I Venomous Blast for 5. And then I think... I think I'm going to bank on getting enough damage. What left is in there? So I've used my Venomous Blasts. I've used my Hulk is out. My Piercing Strikes, just 1. I wonder if I actually don't have enough damage to guarantee that I can finish it off this next turn. But I do want max HP. So I am going to flip and recover. Captain Marvel, Piercing Strike, Skilled Strike. Okay, that'll be enough. So no activation because of the confused. We get Surge. All right, no problem. So do I... Oh, I forgot to untap her anyway. So I don't have any inherent way of clearing threat. If I tap her, that threat's going to stay. If I don't, I'm going to have some there anyway, right? So I think I just exhaust her. And that gets removed from the game. Turn 6. So let's see if it's possible to get this done with Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel would require those. She would do 2 damage, so I'd be at 6. Would get me a card. Okay, then Skilled Strike for 4, Self-Propelled Glide, and we're good. Okay, yeah. So there's a very small chance if I play Captain Marvel, I might actually be able to get something that gets rid of that threat as well. Maybe. Okay, so we flip Captain Marvel, we do Genius, Pheromones, Piercing Strike, and we attack. 1, 2, and get a card. That is not the thing. So I guess we're going to leave. Right, we're going to leave 1 up there. We're going to leave 1 threat. That's fine. So we Skilled Strike, which takes the aspect count up to 1. So I already have 2 base plus 3. That's 5. And then I def focus, self-propelled, glide, and finish on turn 6. Right, so we've got a 1 threat board, otherwise clear, 14 health.